You don't win her heart with flowers. You win it with control. Not control over her, but control over yourself. Because women don't obsess over men who beg, chase, or explain too much. They obsess over men who speak less, but say more. Let's dive into the Stoic style of communication that makes her mind race, even long after the conversation is over. 1. Speak with precision, not persuasion. Most men talk to convince. Stoic men speak to express. Understand this. A woman doesn't want you to plead for her interest. She wants to feel compelled, to be interested. When you try to over-explain yourself, justify your actions, or clarify your feelings too much, you kill mystery. And mystery is a magnet. A Stoic speaks in a format that's calm, precise, and emotionally intelligent. He doesn't sugarcoat, but he doesn't offend. He delivers truth like a blade, sharp, clean, and without apology. I'm not looking to prove myself. I'm showing up as I am. If that's too much, we're not aligned. That's the kind of message that echoes in her mind for days. This format builds attraction because it combines strength with presence. It says, I respect you, but I value my own peace more. 2. Replace validation with observation. Most men unconsciously seek approval. They say, you're so pretty. I really like you. I hope I'm not bothering you. That's validation, and women hear it every single day from average men. The Stoic man speaks differently. He observes instead of validating. He says, you enjoy attention, but pretend not to. You act like you're hard to get, but you've already decided. You're testing me, but it won't work. These statements aren't needy. They're aware. They don't beg for love. They expose patterns, and women become addicted to the man who sees through them. This is the format that gets under her skin, not to manipulate, but to reveal that you're playing on a higher frequency. 3. Use pauses as power moves. Fast talkers are nervous, but a man who pauses while speaking? Deadly. Why? Because pauses create tension, and women live in the emotional dimension. The Stoic man lets his silence do the talking. He doesn't fill awkward moments with nonsense. He lets her feel the space between the words. This creates psychological dominance. It's not about being rude. It's about being composed. So, pause. That's what I thought. Pause. I didn't need to say more, did I? She becomes obsessed because you're not trying to impress. And that's rare. 4th shift from complaining to commanding presence. The average man complains when things don't go his way. He whines, argues, or becomes reactive when she tests him. The Stoic man? He remains centered. He's a mountain, immovable. He doesn't say, why are you being like this? He says, you have every right to choose, and so do I. Or, if this is your energy, I'll remove myself. This isn't cold. This is emotional discipline, the most attractive trait a man can have. Women test men not to hurt them, but to feel their strength. If you flinch, she loses interest. If you stay composed, she becomes intrigued. That's the paradox of attraction. You earn her respect, not by chasing, but by staying rooted when the storm hits. 5. Speak through actions, not assumptions. A woman's emotions change like the wind, fast and without warning. Don't chase clarity in her words. Watch her behavior. The Stoic man doesn't fall for emotional tricks. He doesn't ask, do you like me? He pays attention to whether she invests, follows up, initiates, respects his time. And in return, he speaks through actions. He doesn't say, I value myself. He shows it by walking away when disrespected. He doesn't say, I'm not like other men. He proves it by never losing composure, never reacting emotionally. My time is limited. I'm not interested in confusion. Simple, director, stoic. And the more he behaves like this, the more her emotional world craves his presence. 6. Minimal words, maximum impact. Stoic men know, the fewer words you use, the more weight each one carries. This doesn't mean being cold. It means being intentional. Instead of saying, "I had a great time, you're beautiful and amazing, and I really want to see you again," say, "Tonight was good. Let me know if you're free next time." Confident, calm, detached. Why does this format work? Because women are wired to feel rather than analyze. When you use minimal but emotionally charged words, they play over and over in her mind, like a melody. You're not trying to be deep. You are deep because you communicate with presence, not pressure. 7. End conversations. First, leave her wanting more. This is one of the most powerful strategies in Stoic communication. Leave the conversation first. Why? Because it breaks the pattern. Most men stay too long. They over-engage. They fear losing the connection. The Stoic man? He controls the frame. He leaves when the energy is high, not when it fades. All right, I've got to go. I'll talk to you later. No explanation, no drama, just a clean, confident exit. This builds tension. She starts to wonder, where's he going? Why is he so composed? Is he seeing someone else? And that curiosity turns into obsession, because a woman doesn't chase the man who's always available. She chases the one who makes her feel seen, then disappears like smoke. Final words. You want her obsessed? Don't say more. Say what matters. Speak slowly. Say what you mean. Say it once. Then let silence, your standards, and your self-respect do the rest. A Stoic man doesn't chase attraction. He commands it. By mastering this format of communication, you won't just attract women, you'll haunt them. Subscribe for more powerful Stoicism and psychology. Comment Stoic if you agree.